Hi there. How you doing?
Well, the reason I'm not asking questions is last year it was suggested that I get my own microphone, and I didn't think everyone would have their own microphone this year, so that's not fair. No, I'm really restraining myself with the talks. So this is not going to hold up to the previous talk because I just am going to go through some code. And the reason why is yesterday, I think Tham or someone posted the question, who has more than one theme? And I raised my hand and I said, hey, we do. And so I want to show you why. And this is going to be, for most of you, a bit of backcode times because it's still in Silverstripe 3. So let me share my screen here. Okay, so here we go. So what are we using a second theme for? We're using it for AMP. So AMP, I guess most of you know, is if you're on a mobile page or on a mobile device and you search, then you get these results with those little lightning bolts on them. And they're hosted on Google CDN. And they're a special version of your website that's optimized for speed. There's a lot of things you can't do on an AMP site, but it helps you in the ranking and it gets you more exposure and it gives you little nice things like this in your Google listing. So if we click on here, we get the AMP version of this page. And it's basically the same thing that our regular page does, just limited to what AMP can do. We actually even did like autocomplete up here and all that stuff. So, but it's not the regular page. Like the regular page has a lot more stuff on it. And the way we did this is fairly simple. We just basically set up a little module, if you want to call it that, and it looks for a route that ends on /AMP, and then we have a little controller. And what we do in the init is we just check if this is an AMP request, and if yes, we switch the theme. And that's basically it. So we only have AMP enabled for our detail pages. So if I go into the themes here, you see our regular theme, which has like way too many templates. And then we have our AMP theme here. And it basically just has just the detail page. The AMP is horrible. We're not going to go into the detail, but what I'm trying to convey here is that you can have the same controller and everything deliver your data for your regular website and give you the same data to style it in AMP. And that is one of the reasons why you would use a theme, a second theme. And the only other thing I want to give there as a experience thing that we made. We also used themes, for example, to switch the HTML response that we give to our apps if we have if we place code inside, like HTML code inside the app. And if you do stuff like that, you need to think about either changing the URL that you deliver the content on there, or you need to make sure that your environment is able to build a cache depending on something like user agent. Otherwise, if you cache just by URL and you switch the theme, well, yeah, you either going to deliver one version or the other. So for AMP, this is really simple because Google requires you to deliver a second URL for the AMP. But for something like delivering a slimmed down version of your code that you're going to display in an iframe in your app or something, either switch on user agent and make sure your cache can distinguish by user agent, or put query parameters on the URL or something. Yeah, so, and that's it. Just wanted to tell you about this. Thank you.
Thanks, Johannes. Very cool, quick lightning talk.
Yeah, like I said, 5 minutes max. It was like one.
that was fine. That was fine though. Has anybody a question for Johannes? Johannes, now you will know how that feels. You know, being shot at with questions and questions.
Oh, I know how that feels. That's why I enjoy doing it to others.
Fair point. Let's give the audience a little more time.
Oh, someone noticed that I'm wearing a Silverstripe t-shirt. Yeah, so I have a question for our host. Is there going to be a StripeCon shirt? I'm willing to pay for it.
You are? Actually, we're still figuring out how to do the whole swag stuff, because, you know, sending it all over the world is a little bit of a pickle, but we're on it. And I don't want to announce too much, but there's a pretty good chance there will be something you can wear next year.
Okay, just saying, you don't need to ship it all over the world. Munich isn't that far away.
Yeah, sure. I'll bring it to your house personally.
Okay.
All right. So nobody dares asking you a question. Thanks for hopping on stage. Yep. Thanks for your contribution.